Hello everyone, this is JamaicanHedgy08 here, and well, this video is particularly about the DeviantArt services. I've been asking myself, like, what happened to DA before? Like, what happened to the DA that, used to ban people from doing bad things? Sorry. And, like before, when DeviantArt was like much more lively, they used to ban people who were rude to each other. But now that's gone. Like, what's happened? It seems like the DeviantArt services don't even care anymore. To prove to you that the DeviantArt services don't care about people, I'm gonna name a few people right off the bat who keep coming back by reading a few journals. By the way, this is also a rant video about the DeviantArt services and Epiretinal. Yeah, that guy. Anyways, I'm going to start with Epiretinal for a quick second. So I'm just clicking on the We Bring Justice law right now, just showing you what he's been doing. So anyways, here's how it starts. Here it is. Troll alert. Alright, so this is by Indigo Bunny and 99. So here's what I'm going to be reading. I happened to stumble upon the worst deviants ever. He goes by the name of Epiretinal. He is a brutal troll who likes pedophilia, impersonates a deviant, and violates the rules of DA. Check out his gallery. If you report him, he'll be banned. And yeah, there is a number of problems where, and I'm going to show you. You know how many months he's been on this he's been here. Epiretinal has been here for 3 months. 3 months he's been on here. He's been trolling, he's been impersonating a deviant, he likes pedophilia, and he continues to, like, troll people. Because no matter what, he will keep coming back. See, he's been here for 3 months. And as I'm looking at his page right now, his stamps are absolutely awful. Well, some of them are not so bad, but this is just disgusting. See, look, he's even made a blacklist on people. Look, I'm just gonna say, if you want to see what I'm talking about, then look on Epiretinal's page. I mean, just look at this. This is awful. Look how many people he's blacklisted. See, he's put so many people on the blacklist. Even Rampage Meerkat is on here. And the status updates, they're just awful. I can't believe Chronic Beauty is on his side. And he or she is also the one who's been doing this crap to one person called Amber and YOLO. It's disgusting. See, no matter what, this is just disgusting. What? He said, this is his status post. He says they hate pedos. They're obviously closeted pedos themselves. I'm making fun of the people that think they're clever by calling homophobic closet fags. Lol XD. Shut up. Shut up, Epiretinal. Just shut up. And technically, he's saying that he's won the game because he's not going to get banned. This guy just makes me sick to my stomach. Epiretinal just makes me sick to my stomach. He is such a dick. Epiretinal, if you're watching this, you are such a fucking idiot. You are just the worst idiot ever. There's also another person I'd like to talk about, but I think I've talked about him already. And that is, no, not him. No, I've already talked about him. Ricardo Lopez Stalker. I think he's dead now. I don't know. But just so you know, might be still active. I don't know. He might be able to. He might, if he sees my video, he might just comment and, threaten me or something. I don't want to be threatened by this guy. But anyways, this place is starting to be like, this is really awful. This is not happening. This is just awful. This is an entire joke. But let me just tell you, because I'm going to read to you a few journal entries about the DeviantArt systems, because this is just an awful joke. I'm just wondering if this guy's still here. I just want to check something real quick, and if he's here, then yeah, but if he's not, then you should go check out my other video about Ricardo Lopez Stalker, because this is just an awful abuse to this YouTube thing. I mean DeviantArt thing. Why am I talking about YouTube? Yep, he is still here. He's been here for 6 months. This guy's been here for 6 months. He's a racist, and if you've seen my last video, then you pretty much know what he stands for. This is just disgusting. This just makes me sick. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but this guy seriously got to go. See? Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna show you the rest of. I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm just gonna read about the DeviantArt services and the DeviantArt system. Now I'm gonna be reading 3 journals, and just so you know, I'm prepared. So I have a glass of water for this. So I'm gonna be reading about the DeviantArt IP ban. DeviantArt IP ban problem. This is by Rampage Meerkat 566. As you know, DeviantArt has a system where you can ban them for life or never come back here. It's IP ban, but for some reason they don't give a shit every time I report someone who keeps coming back. Let me give you an example. Glenn, Martic Syndrome, and Scott. These people have a huge history on DeviantArt. Let's start with Glenn. Glenn is an actual pedophile with a criminal history as well. But does DeviantArt care? No, he was arrested and they still haven't IP banned him. Why the fuck not? Because you're too lazy to do it. Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Tesla, that TED Talk, who's done a video, I think it was him, who's done a video about Glenn. So you've earned my respect. Martic is another person who keeps coming back every time he gets banned. And he straight up harassed me and my group, has slandered me because I got him banned. Scott is the biggest ban invader of all time. Hell, I'm even a victim of this guy. He keeps coming back more and more. To anyone who's been a victim of these people, spread this hashtag. Take a stand for DA. Yeah, so this is pretty much the IP problem that DeviantArt is too lazy to sort out. And here's more. There's more. There is more. Now I'm just going to take a quick swig of my water. Okay. Let's go. DeviantArt's Problems, edited by Harold Wolf 123. Number 1, fetishes. You can never search for DeviantArt. You can never search DA for pictures without your favorite cartoon character, can be a video game character, etc., without seeing those same characters with inflated, unmentionables or breasts the size of wrecking balls. Now, I'm gonna read on, but just so you know, I do like drawing. I have drawn a big-breasted octoling, but she's 17. Just so you know. All right. All right. Good. I've seen images which portray fictional characters like Kim Possible from Kim Possible and Asuka from Evangelion Leon. I don't know what that show's called. In the unformed mentioned manner, which is a crime because Asuka is 14 and Kim Possible is between 14 and 18 years old during the course of the series. This happens with photos of real people too. Someone would take a picture of a real photo of the real person and Photoshop the hell out of it. What I see is a grotesque deception of these girls and young women portrayed as a incredibly risque manner, catering to the pleasure of a certain clientele who couldn't care less of what these girls or young women's opinions would actually be of this, simply because the clientele is too focused on viewing them as sexual objects and indulging on the site before their eyes to care about these young girls or women beyond how attractive they are. It disgusts me. Anyway, next problem is pedophiles. And there's been an increase of pedophiles in DeviantArt for the past few years. It has been the usual modus operandi of these people is that they lure young and suspecting girls into role plays with them, and then the role plays turn sexual. What's worse, once these people are pointed out, do they get banned or arrested, they keep coming back. Spam. Number 3, spam. Spammers who randomly comment on one of your pictures saying check this out and provide some link to some shady website. Number 4, death threats. The number of death threats on DA is increasing rapidly. Or I don't really know what the word is from what I'm reading from the journal, but I wonder who could have really increased the death threats. I wonder. Inability to report stolen art. Turns out that you cannot report stolen art unless you are the author, which is sad. Social experiments. Various people tend to carry out these so-called social experiments on sites, without giving a thought about the boy who cried wolf style consequences. A recent example would be infamous. You cannot block users anymore. Experiment which has caused mass panic and several people have left DA because of it. 7. Trolls. The number of trolls and troll accounts skyrocketed in the past few months. This is because which has caused people to leave DA and in droves because the site itself is looking more and more like 4chan. Number 8. Edit 1. Number 8. DA wants to turn off your ad block. So today I was browsing DA, and when I pressed the refresh button, I was greeted by this message. I won't click the link on the message, but I want to keep reading. Ad blocks are basically no soliciting signs, and there is no way in the hell I'm turning off the ad block on this site like DA, which is notorious for its virus-laden ads. Because this computer I'm using isn't mine, it belongs to a family member. so I can't risk it getting viruses. I gladly turned off the ad block for DA, but only when the ads will be virus free. Here's a couple of journals. Here's some journals from people who have got virus via DA ads. Like Gabriel Colbridge, CEO of the Adblock, said, "No one except you has the right to control what's up on your screen or who has the access to the content of your hard drive." Hashtag take a stand for DA. The final one, this is by Are Kitsune, and I'm going to be really taking a drink of my water because this is going to be a long one. DA is changing, and not in the good way. Alright, it's time for me to get something serious. I know you've been circulating around the site, maybe even on Tumblr, but this is my job to compile everything and show you exactly how the site can be fixed. Without further ado, let's begin. First off, let's have a brief discussion about the rules of DeviantArt, which is, let's face it, has been broken thanks to the staff's laziness. Unless you type in death threats or something along the lines in the taglines of your ticket to the staff, you could be left ignored to up to 10 days. Then again, and even then, you just get told to block the user and they do nothing about it, especially if you're not the victim. This just kills me. Myself and others know this all too well, but unless you're the victim of the attack, then they cannot do nothing. Even with art theft and you have solid proof, unless you're the artist or author, then you're getting nowhere. In fact, here's a couple of rules I've seen constantly broken unless you have been directly involved to do. Unless you're directly involved, then you can't do jack shit. These two in particular is about sexual RPs and what is and isn't allowed for sexual literature. Remember when Jeff Jr. came back and was literally raping users in roleplays? I tried to report it not once but twice. Sorry about that, I yawned. Not once but twice. And I got the same response. Unless you are the victim, then there is nothing we can do. Even though in most of those cases he was either believing that they were young teens or really were young teens, he begged for roleplays like a hungry dog. And how long did it take for the site to get rid of him? A month. A month to get rid of Jeff. I'm not reading this, I'm just saying it took a month to get rid of this guy. Even though there was plenty of evidence, but alright, DeviantArt, which is somehow higher than the FBI, does not accept screenshots. I'll cover this later. Another link to something else. Good God, I have seen this rule broken so many times. It says anything that of the original context as underage cannot be decepted as something sexual. Do you know how many Sonic, My Little Pony, or flat out porn I see on the site? This is not Rule 34. This isn't a porn site. This is an art site. This isn't some pervert's playground. Guys, this is some 13-year-olds on the site, and let's not forget, even if you own that character, you can't do that. No matter what. Even if you want to make some 15-year-old character, it will be taken down. And yet, we see so many goddamn fetish arts about underage fictional characters. Inflation, bondage, you name it. It's probably been done to those characters. Take it elsewhere, not here. Even in the rules of DeviantArt, staff stand up, or they change the rules and let the site sink further down the rabbit hole. And well, the list goes on. It just goes on about the characters. And now I'm just going to read, because I don't want to read this whole thing because to make this video longer. It just is awful. I mean, you know how out of whack the DeviantArt services are? It is just so out of whack. It is just so awful. The DeviantArt services are just so destroyed. Like, this cannot keep happening. I mean, who else are they going to let back into the DeviantArt service? Let back into DeviantArt? I hope they don't let in a certain man-child who starts with S and begins, whose name starts with S and ends with Wood. I do hope they do not bring him back, because I do not want to deal with him. I've already done 2 rant videos on him, and I do not want him to start shit about me. I do not want him to start death threatening me or a lot of other people's. No matter what he does or what he will do, he will not apologize for what he has done, and he will continue to death threat people. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, but however, this cannot keep happening. Us deviants are given so little power to fight these problems. It makes the whole of DeviantArt, the DeviantArt rules and the DeviantArt services and staff look like a joke. Because this cannot keep, because as I said before, this cannot keep happening. We have to keep taking a stand. Because this is just an awful display of what DeviantArt services can do, will do, or what they can't do. Because DeviantArt really needs to wake up and open their eyes. Because this is just awful. This is just an awful display of the DeviantArt services. And I'm just going to end this right now. And I've been asking, and I'm Jamaican Edgy 08, and I've been asking myself, what happened to the DeviantArt of old? And also, let's take a stand for DA. Hashtag take a stand for DA. I thank you for watching this video. Have yourself a good day or night, and I will be seeing you.